Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab in the wee hours of the morning. Where I do what I do for you. Got a nice little quick lesson for you today. Let me get started so I can get out the way. I got things to do today. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. Messages in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. So I got nothing but more life lessons for you. Let's go. Right Thinker's mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission that all right thinkers do just that. That's my goal, to get you to know thyself. If you're following, tuning in to me, you want self-mastery, that's what I'm offering you. Let's go. Now the question is, know thyself. Do you know you? I'm gonna ask you a few questions. You should have an answer. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do. What I do for you. Stay tuned. I appreciate you. I got you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual law clock. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my be true. I'm going to my little, I guess, sage and guru form. I'm going to give you some information that'll help you out. Right thinkers, let's talk about the power of thoughts. Thought, thinking. I had to go from right think when I had an issue with the name. I had to go to court, so I had to change it for a while. I ended up winning, so I got right thinking back. I was into right thoughts. So I know a little bit about thoughts too. So thoughts, thinking, like the yin and the yang. You can't have one without the other. If you thought, that means you're thinking. If you're thinking, that means you had a thought. So they go together. But let's talk about the power of thought. Your thoughts should be for more noble and glorious, aka good and righteous deeds. When daily, anything that you're going to do for you should be done daily. So I'm always throw that in there. Why? Because that should be the caveat to whatever you're doing. It should be done on a day-to-day basis. Your thoughts, if is of purity, divine, and all that is good, that means you're a right thinker. You're thinking on the right terms. You're thinking the right way. Why? Goodness, righteousness, divine. Divine means good, righteous, same thing, God. Pure thoughts. Now, my thoughts back then wasn't pure. They was all based on egoistic, selfish, monetary gains. I was a hustler. I was a drug dealer. I had an end game for what I was doing. Had nothing to do with God, sadly, but that's what it was. Yeah. Pure thoughts come from what? Daily practice of right thinking philosophy, aka Maya, divine thoughts, meaning it's always good. Good, aka divine thoughts, are what right thinking philosophy would teach you how to have control of, so you can have those thoughts on a regular basis. And that means, first of all, you know how I feel about the ego. When you don't understand how to suppress, conquer, and gain control of your ego self, you're going to have problems with your thoughts. They're never going to be pure. They're going to be tainted by the ego part of your thought process. It's not good. Okay? A lot of us are ignorant of that. Ignorant of your ego self most of the time. So controlling your thoughts We are what our thoughts say we are. You are what you think you are. Same thing with the thought. The thought, watch this. Your thoughts are like a double-edged sword. Why? Because they cut both ways. Be it good or bad, it's going to make a difference. You would rather that difference be on the good side than the bad side. Mine's early in life or bad. My motto was, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Well, what the hell do you have good luck for? You living like that. But that was, okay, ignorance again. When I look back over that, I said, man, oh man, oh man. But it is what it is. When your thoughts was wrong, when my thoughts was wrong, my action was just as wrong. Okay. Also, I had no control over my thoughts or my ego. The ego was running the show. I was running by my ego. So I understand now. I didn't understand then. Watch. So if your ego is in control of your thought process, you're gonna be fettered. Fettered is the word I use to recognize personal issues that you cause on yourself. Egoistic people, life is full of fetters, stuff that they bring on themselves because of ignorance of the ego self. They're gonna constantly keep doing the same thing over and over. Right thinking philosophy will teach you how to control your egoistic thoughts, aka conquer your ego self and purify your heart with good thoughts and good deeds. Ego won't allow that. Higher consciousness will. Right thoughts come from right thinking. Masters. Your right thinking and mastery of your thoughts, that's becoming master of oneself, aka know thyself. Nihas. You reach the highest spiritual level you can obtain. You have the 1,000 lotus powers. You reach the 7th level, okay, of the chakra system, of the Masonic order. You wasn't a master mason with 3 degrees. Oh, you guys, I'm a master mason. Unless you got 7, you still not a master. Some things you still don't know about you. So that's why. Been there, done that. Got them lessons too. I thought about giving some of them, put them on the side. I ain't got time for that right now. But moving right along. I can still use the concept. Esoteric teaching. That's what I do. Where we at? No, right thing. Okay, next one here. You are what your thoughts of yourself are. Whatever you think of you, however you think of you, that's what's going to be. How you going to be? As a man thinketh, so he is. That's it. Now, pure thoughts of yourself will keep you what? Spiritually disciplined. That's how it's done. When you understand there's a higher power at work, you let that conscious be your guide, aka being God conscious, knowing thyself, knowing God and you are one. Everything is on the one. My thoughts of egoism, watch this, my egoistic thoughts led me to drug dealing, womenizing. Nothing good came out of that. As I look back on it, I had good times, I had fun, but the 3 years I spent incarcerated for that, I asked myself the question every day, was it worth it? Emphatically, every day, the answer was affirmative. No. Why? Because if that got me here, I don't want no parts of that. Some people don't mind living like that. Why? Because they're going to come out and do what got them there the first time. Not me. So that part I got straight first time. You can do that too. Avoid it, period, is the way to go. Trust me. You don't want to be in the system. Now, my right thoughts, there you go. Now my right thoughts lead me to help others to know themselves. That's all good. That's my mission. That's my intent on a day-to-day basis to give you something that you can grow with, that you can use and better yourself with. That's my new job. My thoughts, watch this, of spiritually enlightened. Now that my thoughts are spiritually enlightened, The world is what drives me. Excuse me. My thoughts of spiritually enlightening the world. My old Pink in the brain. What we gonna do tonight, brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to enlighten the world. So I do it every day. Nothing changes from night to day. I do it every day now. I study every night. Change my hours, like Red from the Five Heartbeats. All right, now the world. That drives me to do what I do for you. Teach them. That's what I do. My thoughts are of God, aka why? I'm God conscious, so my thoughts are pure, just like my actions for helping others. My intent is pure to help you out. No hidden agenda, no underlying, none of that nonsense. So it's pure. Next one. Think right is what? Having good thoughts and being able to control them and manifest them for yourself. That's how you have good things happen. You just waiting for luck. I'm gonna play lottery and I'm gonna hit make some money. Some people successful at that. I can't say yeah or nay. I just don't do it. I'll never know why because I don't do it. Next thing is right thinking, aka right thoughts, will lead you to what? To do right actions when daily. If anything that pertains to self, anything to pertain to having you better or get better at, you should do that daily until it becomes routine and habit, aka muscle memory, where you just do it. The body pick it up, you put it in place, the body will follow. Free your mind, your ass will follow. Enlighten your mind, your body will follow also. I know how to have good thoughts. Now, why? Because I'm know spiritual truth. I put my time into study to learn and implement what I learned so I know I can teach you what I know. Spiritual truth is what I know. That's what keeps me doing what I do for you on a day-to-day basis. Where we at? Okay, here you go. With knowledge of self, aka knowing ourselves, divine thoughts have to have been used in order for you to master oneself. You have to have divine thoughts. That means godly thoughts, good thoughts. That's how you self-master yourself. Next one is, here you go, negative thoughts. Now, have no power. The ego self has no say-so when you making having divine thoughts. Divine thoughts is good and righteous. Ego's thoughts is negative and lower nature. When you learn how to raise your thought process and keep it on a high level, you won't think low or negative of yourself or anyone else. That's how it works. Trust me. Let me wrap this up. Yeah, we're getting a little long. Okay. With self-mastery, watch this. You would have learned how to what? Control your egoistic thoughts, negative thoughts, aka negative thoughts. Once you learn how to master how to think, aka right thinking, your thoughts would be of goodness, righteousness, aka purity, nobility. Everything that's good, right, and pure, that's what you want to think. You don't want to think like a low life, like a street runner, like a person who have no spiritual intellect. They don't think well. They don't think right. They just ain't thinking right. Thought process gonna happen, be good or bad. So they let them think bad, negative. And when you thinking negative, you're gonna have negative actions. Just saying. Let me wrap this up. Last one. You will manifest your thoughts, be they good or bad. Again, as you think it, as you are. And if you purify your thought process, think better of yourself, your actions will show that. If you keep your thoughts divine, aka positive thinking, you will produce what? Good actions, aka good deeds. That's what I do every day. I'm not trying to harm nobody. I ain't trying to rip nobody off. I ain't trying to beat nobody. I ain't trying to do none of that. Couldn't say that. Difference. I manifest now. Wait a minute. I manifest bad egoistic thoughts early in my life. I keep pointing to that picture because I keep it there as a reminder. Okay. Yeah. Good times, but the price you had to pay for them, don't want them kind of good times. That's what I'm trying to get across to my young brothers and sisters. They glorify evil. They glorify a bad lifestyle. Y'all love empire and all this nonsense on. Y'all just love to see gangs. Y'all love that. I lived it. It ain't what they are glorified to be. I'm trying to tell you that. Sorry about that. But I get annoyed. When I was a bad guy wasn't being praised and worshiped. We'd be hunted down. Even in my life, I was a bad guy. Okay, but guess what? I paid the price for that lifestyle. That's why I keep telling you, there's something that comes with that. Now, the difference is I manifest divine good thoughts and I live right daily. Now, I'm loving this life. Is it worth it? Hell yeah. The views I get, the respect that I'm shown, hell yeah. I ain't gonna worry about doing no nonsense. Again, hell yeah. Let me wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you. When you manifest good things in your life, it's because your thoughts was right and pure. Because you're going to manifest what goes on up here. It's all mental. If you're thinking right, you start living and doing right. Trust me, that's the game everybody can play with themselves. When you manifest good things in your life, that's up to you. That's all within your power to think it and then do it. I'm giving you the lessons to learn it, so I'm getting halfway there. Let me wrap it up. I do what's right. I talk right. But this only because what? My thoughts are divine and right. That's right thinking philosophy. My goal is to get everybody to do just what? Positive thinking, right thinking, divine thinking, all that's power of thought. That's where it comes from. That's I hope the lesson was enjoyed. Hope you got it. I got more for you. We ain't close to being done. I'm out.